Hey Gemini, what's up gang? Hope everybody is well. We're gonna go ahead and do your full moon reading, so if that's something that interests you, do stick around. Gemini, if you're new to this channel, welcome. My name is Jessica. Please take a look at my description box. That will have all the information that you need to know. And yes, this is a Gemini channel. However, if you vibe, you tribe, so go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Gemini, if you're returning, welcome back. I hope that you're well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. I do hope that you're doing what's best for you, boo. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Gemini, thank you for all the good vibes. It really does mean the world, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this. This is the corn moon, okay, but it is also known as the blood moon, and we're gonna call it the blood moon because I just feel like that's extra dramatical. And there's also an eclipse happening during this, so there you go. Now, when I looked this up, this feels like the most intense full moon that I've seen so far. As you guys know, I am not an astrologer, so I don't follow the moon phases and the planets and the zodiacs and all of that stuff. That's just not my vibe. And so I don't really know that much about the full moons, but when I looked this one up, it was intense. It was like cosmic realignment. Like, what the hell? What does that even mean, right? Intense release. I mean, that might actually be pleasant, depending on what we're talking about. And then also transformation, okay? So it just felt like all around this moon is going to be kind of like intense. The message that I got from Spirit was that whatever is not in alignment for you at this point in time, for whatever reason, is coming into alignment, and it can be jarring and severe. So please take that as it resonates. That was kind of the energy that I got. I also heard a channeled song, and it was that song, I can feel it coming in the air tonight, hold on. And then I heard the part where he said, I've been waiting for this moment for all my life, hold on. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what's coming. I don't know what you've been waiting for, but there's something that's happening here. So not to build this reading up too much, y'all, but it does feel like it's a little intense. So let's see what's going on. Oh, for your intuitive message, we do have the protection. Now, just like I am not an astrologer, I am also not a witch, right? So I don't know what moon is the best moon to be doing any kind of heebie-jeebie under, but I feel like if there was going to be a moon, the blood moon feels appropriate. So if somebody is trying to do anything, send any kind of negative energy your way, whatever, you are protected. Also, if there's something that you want to do, like, you know, not in a negative way, but you want to take an action or you want to take a leap of faith or something like that, Spirit is saying you're protected in that as well. And for some of you guys who you maybe feel like this, you know, I don't know, it's like not an anxiety, but it's almost like an expecting type of energy, right? Like I can feel it coming in the air tonight. I feel like something's going to happen. Spirit is saying regardless of whatever happens, you are protected. And I feel like that's something that maybe some of you guys need to hear, okay? There could also be some extra spiritual protection and support that's coming your way during this full moon. So take it as it resonates. Let's get some feelings out here. So what is Gemini going to be feeling during this full moon? What are they going to be feeling here during this blood moon, Spirit? What are Gemini going to be feeling? This blood moon eclipse, because yes, there's an eclipse as well. So what is Gemini going to be feeling? Oh, wow, that's a lot. Oh, Lord. Cards got all tangled up, and this is just too much. So during this blood moon, Spirit, what is Gemini going to be feeling here during this blood moon? Okay, we have worn out. That's, I don't know, pretty much every day, right? For some of us, not for everybody, but yeah, you could be feeling tired. It feels like this full moon might be incredibly draining for whatever reason. It doesn't even have to be necessarily that anything bad is happening. You could just feel very drained. You know, sometimes during the full moon, you can't sleep. I've said this many times, with me being born on the full moons always seem to affect me. And I don't know why, but sometimes I get insomnia where I can't sleep. Maybe it's going to be the opposite. Like if you usually can't sleep during the full moon, maybe you're going to be very tired during this one. It does feel like this full moon is very powerful and it's almost pulling on your energy, Gemini. So there might be a need to kind of ground, center, and protect yourself because yeah, you could just be feeling extra worn out during this full moon for whatever reason, you know, just tired. What is Gemini feeling during this blood moon, Spirit? What is Gemini feeling? Okay, we have relieved. So, okay. I don't know why I'm hearing that song, a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing that. Maybe that's significant for somebody. But you're going to be feeling relieved. Like, it's almost like a sigh of relief is kind of the energy I'm getting with that card, especially with the worn out, because maybe you've been battling something for a while, whether this is on the physical, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual. It feels like you've been battling something, like you've been going through something, and perhaps there's something that happens during this full moon or because of this full moon's energy that makes you go, okay, well, whew, I can just breathe, like that's gonna be okay, or I feel okay, you know? So there's a sense of relief that's coming through. Interesting. I'm just getting the energy of like feeling like there's only so much one person can take. I don't know why I'm picking that up, guys, but that's what I'm getting from this worn out card. It's like there's only so much that one person can take, and then you get maybe some kind of news or something happens that makes you go, okay, whew, but you're still tired, right? It's like you've been going through it. It's like getting the news that the war is over, but damn, I'm still tired because I've been fighting in this war for like 5 years, right? But yay, it's over. You know, now I need to recuperate and I need to heal and rest, you know? It's giving that kind of energy. What else do we have here? One more for how Gemini is going to be feeling. Okay, we have happiness. I mean, yeah, so it's not, oh Lord. Okay, let's just put these here. Sorry if you guys can't see it because of my plant, but I'm not I'm not getting rid of my plant, so it just is what it is, but I hope we are okay with that. Yeah, so happiness, relieved, and worn out. It's like, again, it's giving the energy of somebody who has been, you know, an uphill battle is what they've been fighting, or you've been going through something, or, you know, there's been a gauntlet, right? It's been like a whole marathon that you've been through, and finally you can see the end in sight, and you're just like, oh God, it's almost over, you know? Like I can breathe a sigh of relief here, and I feel happy, even though I feel a little tired. Let's put these over here so y'all can see them better. Like, even though I feel a little tired, I still feel happy that this is over, or I still feel happy that I survived, or I've achieved something, right? So yeah, there's definitely this energy of feeling a little drained, but also it's like we're being very optimistic about something too. So hey, I'm not mad at it. Okay, so what do we have for Gemini during this blood moon? All right, guys, I wanted to quickly grab my computer because, like I had said, I'm pretty sure I said this, I'm not an astrologer, so I don't really know that much about the moons and stuff. But what it says is the blood moon on September 7th, 2025 is a total lunar eclipse in the mutable sign of Pisces, a time associated with emotional transformation, intuition, empathy, and spiritual growth. While it impacts all zodiac signs with potential shifts and breakthroughs, the most significant effects are felt by the mutable signs Gemini, okay, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces. These signs may experience powerful push towards new beginnings, healing, and karmic adjustments in their life. Like, wow, okay? Okay, I'm back again. The reason I looked that up was because I wanted to see if whatever moon, you know, it is came out, and so it's the full moon in Pisces. But yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, it is going to affect us. We are going to feel the effects of this full moon as Geminis. And if you have any of the signs mentioned in your chart heavily, then yeah, you can probably expect to get mollywalked. Not in a bad way though, because it feels like this overall, we're feeling okay during this full moon. Okay, so the blood moon for Gemini, gang, what can they expect? What are they going to be feeling? What are they going to be going through? What's happening, Spirit? This blood moon for Gemini, gang. We have the new moon in Cancer. It says you and your loved ones are safe. Nice, right? Don't let your pride get in the way. So Gemini, I feel like there's something here where it's like Spirit wants you to know that you are going to be okay, that you and your loved ones are going to be safe during this full moon. And that's so interesting with the protection card, right? It's like you're protected, your loved ones are protected, your health is protected, your assets are protected, your, you know, your family, your friends, your business, whatever. It's like you are protected. And some of you, again, could have been feeling like you've been battling something, or there's been just some, I don't know, type of energy. Like, I don't know how this is going to swing. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how we're going to come back from this. I don't know how I'm going to be able to overcome this. There could have been something very serious that happened. I almost want to say dramatic too, but maybe not dramatic, but it feels like it was intense. It feels like it was serious. And it's like, I don't know how I'm going to come back from this or how things are going to play out. But what Spirit is saying is that everything actually is going to be okay. Okay? You and your loved ones are safe. You can have a very strong focus on your family right now and making sure that your family is okay, making sure that you're okay. You know, when I think of Cancer energy, I think of, you know, crustaceans, right? Crabs in their shell. And so there could be this energy here of you just kind of wanting to self-protect right now. Maybe you are only opening up to those who you feel are near and dear, you know? Maybe you're not really open to like exposing yourself to a lot of people right now, and being around a lot of people, like being around crowds and everything like that. It could just be like a low key, I just want to look out for me and mine. I want to spend time with my family, spend time on my own, right? And just protect myself. Yeah, you could have been feeling, again, some very intense energies coming your way, especially if there's been any kind of like weird bullying or gang stalking or manipulation or people doing stuff behind the scenes, Gemini. Maybe you haven't been able to kind of put your finger on what's happening. You just feel the negative energy. Spirit is saying that you are perfectly safe, as are your loved ones. And it's just so crazy that we have that with the protection card, okay? So what else do we have here for Gemini gang? Also, if you're gonna like take a leap of faith or make some kind of big move here, again, you and your loved ones are safe. Like all is not lost, right? We're not gonna see the worst case scenario when it comes to something. Like it's going to be okay. And again, maybe when you take this leap of faith, you're gonna be feeling very relieved and happy. What else do we have here for Gemini for this blood moon? What else can Gemini expect during this blood moon here, Spirit? Oh, Lord. That's too many that came out. What else can Gemini expect during this blood moon? Okay. We have, it's time to take action, the new moon in Aries. It's funny because in that description that we just read, it was talking about new beginnings, right? This full moon impacting the mutable signs, of which you are, Gemini, okay? A mutable sign. And it kind of impacting us in a way where it's pushing us towards new beginnings. And so to have all these new moons coming out for a full moon reading is just, it's funny. And I've noticed that like over the last, you know, because I started this year with doing the full moon reading. So over the last however many months, 9 months, I've noticed that some full moons are like that and others aren't. Like some are big on completion and ending cycles, whereas others, like this one, it feels like are all about new beginnings, you know? Spirit's saying it's time to take action. So yeah, for some of you guys, maybe there is an action that you want to take, again, a leap of faith, or you want to take a chance, or you just want to go for it. You're ready to take action. And Spirit is saying if you do, you and your loved ones are going to be safe during this full moon. I literally just went to go pick up the deck and I accidentally picked up half of it, and look, a new start is coming with the new moon. That's just crazy for me. Okay. All right, let's get one more. Oh, okay. One more, please, for Gemini gang during this blood moon. What can Gemini expect? Oh, that's too many. What can Gemini expect during this blood moon? We have take time to breathe out, okay? This disseminating moon, I think is how you say that. Interesting. That is so interesting to me because, God, I have way too much on this desk. Hold on a second. Let's put these right here, and then let's put this here. Okay. That's interesting to me because we have relieved, and I know that when I am like going through something intense, I'm almost like holding my breath, and then when I get that relief, I'm like, oh, you know, and that's kind of what I'm getting. Take time to breathe out. There's going to be a sigh of relief here, guys. I don't know what this is in regards to, but I feel like for some of you, you're dealing with something and you're like, okay, well, maybe I need to take some kind of action, or maybe I need to say something, or maybe I need to step in this direction or whatever. And I feel like there's unknown variables when it comes to this that are maybe causing you to hold yourself back. Like, am I going to be okay? Am I going to be protected? Is everything going to be okay? I've been working very hard with the worn out card. I have a lot invested in this. Is this something I can continue forward with, right? Spirit is saying that maybe you've been stressing yourself out a lot. Not saying that, you know, there's not been a reason to stress. It's just that this stress maybe has been taking a toll on you. You might be very tired. You might even be pushing yourself into like a head cold or getting sick or something because you're stressing so much about something. So if that's you, Gemini, and you're like, yes, I have been stressing a lot. And, you know, stress can really mess with your immune system. So there might be a need to maybe take some extra vitamin D or an emergency, or, you know, those emergency packets or whatever, or just boost your immune system, or just rest, you know, because there's something here where I feel like a lot of you have been stressing out and possibly about some action that you need to take. Let's clarify. What is this? You and your loved ones are safe for the new moon in Cancer. Let me get a drink, guys. It's funny because with the Queen of Swords, for some reason, I'm getting the message that some of you guys might have to like lay down the law when it comes to something. So maybe you have to stand up for yourself, or maybe you have to make the hard decision, right? Maybe you have to have a complicated conversation, or maybe there's something that you need to be clear about. You need to speak very eloquently and put it out there and say what you need to say, like express your truth. And you could be really worried about doing this, you know, but Spirit is saying it's going to be okay. Well, that's so funny too. King of Swords wanting to come out. Okay, so you and your loved ones are safe for Gemini during this blood moon. What is this talking about? We have the Fool, okay? That's Aries, Aquarius, Gemini energy. With the Queen of Wands, it's like you're free to have this new beginning, or you're free to go down this new path. You're free to take this chance, this leap of faith. That's kind of what I was picking up. So some of you guys might get like some kind of acceptance here, or like the go ahead to do something. I'm also feeling like, Gemini, you're kind of just tired of the same old, same old. Like for some of you, you're just sick of the circumstances that you're involved in right now. Whether this is like your job or a relationship or an environment or a community or a mindset or whatever. It's like, I'm tired of living the same day every single day, or I'm tired of having the same outcome, the same results. I'm tired of this, right? For some reason, I'm getting that song from Beauty and the Beast where she's like, there must be more than this provincial life, right? So there's like almost like there's something here where it's like there must be more, you know? Sorry if I'm a little all over the place during this reading. I'm feeling the full moon effects heavily already, and it's the night before, but that's me. Like I get like during the full moon. I don't know why, but it just always affects me so crazy. What exactly is this full energy here? For you and your loved ones will be safe for Gemini during this full moon. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys might have to make a decision to go down a new path or to start a new beginning. Again, take a leap of faith, and it's making you nervous, you know? For me, with the Five of Swords, it's like when we're kind of tearing ourselves apart with our thoughts, and we're almost stuck a little bit because we need to get out of analysis paralysis and make the decision or do the thing. In this case, you might need to take some kind of action here. I feel like you're trying to avoid this outcome right here with the Three of Swords, but maybe you've been in a situation where you're already hurting, or you're already not happy, you're not satisfied, but you're like, okay, I'm not satisfied, but if I do this, or if I go down this path or whatever, will I be more not satisfied, you know? So there could be something like that. Some of you with this family situation, there could be a family situation that's impacting you right now. Maybe somebody is breaking free from the family. Maybe a kid is leaving for school, or, you know, you're not involving yourself in the family drama anymore, which is of course going to turn into drama, because when you say, I'm not showing up for family events, I'm not stopping by, I'm not doing this no more, it's like it can cause problems. So maybe you're just tired of this, but you're afraid that breaking free is going to cause more of this pain, more of this stress and strife that you're trying to avoid. I'm getting that for somebody. I also feel like for some of you guys, you want to have a conversation with somebody, but you're afraid that the pain that you guys left off on, because it feels like for some of you there was pain or there was hurt or something that it was left off on, and you're afraid that if you start this conversation, we're going to have more of this, and you don't want more of that. Like nobody wants more of that. I don't want to argue, or I don't want to fight, or I don't want to have to rehatch the past and, you know, talk about this. Like I want to talk about the future with the Fool. I want to move forward, right? And some of you guys might not be sure if somebody's wanting to do that, or if your family's willing to do that, or whatever. That's what I'm getting. So I feel like you're trying to break free from whatever this stressful, mentally agonizing situation is. And you're just worried that this is going to cause more heartache, or it's going to cause more pain, okay? Interesting. I mean, overall, Spirit's saying that you and your loved ones are going to be safe, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to stress or you're not going to go through it, right? We have the Two of Cups with the Ace of Swords. Damn, I feel like for some of you guys, you want to be on the same page with somebody. That's not for everybody, but that is for somebody. Like you want to be on the same page with this person, or you feel this harmonious, balanced connection that you can have with this person. Whether they're a romantic partner or not, that's not for everybody, okay? This could be with a family member, or it could be with a sibling, right? It could be with a friend, it could be with a coworker, whatever. But for some of you, it definitely could be a romantic partner. But it feels like it's like, I want to be on the same page with you. I want to have a new beginning. I want to reveal some kind of truth. Maybe somebody wants to reveal a truth to you, Gemini. Now, for others of you, I feel like you know that whatever this leap of faith is, this change, this brand new beginning is, like it's going to cause you to be on the same page with yourself. You're going to feel a lot of harmony and balance within your own life, right? We are the sign of the twins. So the Two of Cups for me can always talk about you being on the same page with yourself, you being harmonious and balanced within your own self. You know, like making a choice, because the twos represent choices that you feel good about. And maybe this is a truth that's becoming more clear to you during this full moon. That could be why we feel this relieved, happy energy, even though we're worn out. We're like, oh, okay, well, at least I can look forward to a bright future, or at least I can hope the best in this situation, right? That's kind of what I'm getting. It's interesting too, because when I'm looking at these cats, it's funny because this one's like offering the fish and this one's got like its little paws up like this, like, oh my gosh, for me. So I don't know why, but I'm getting like a peace offering for somebody. That's not for everybody, right? Don't hold your breath, hun, but I'm just getting that energy for somebody out there. Okay, interesting. I feel like connections and balance is just on your mind right now, or that's the priority in your life. I want to be balanced. I want to be harmonious, right? And anything that's not going to bring that balance or that harmony, I just can't indulge in this anymore, or I can't entertain this anymore. I want newness. I want a new beginning. I want a fresh start. Whether this is within yourself, Gemini, or whether this is within other people, or just within a situation. It's like, I'm only wanting this right now. Okay. You're the boss, Gemini. What is this? It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. It's time to take action towards what exactly? It's time to take action for Gemini gang during this blood moon. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So some of you guys are feeling like it's time to take action in regards to whatever this situation is, right? So if you want to work on something, quite literally with the Eight of Pentacles, I'm getting work, working on something, building something, healing something, stabilizing something, then what Spirit is saying is now is the perfect time to do that. It's time to take action. When I think of Aries, I think of leadership. My North Node is in Aries, and Aries does talk about that leadership energy. So for me, it always kind of feels like taking the lead when it comes to something, and that might be what you're feeling like you need to do, is take the lead in a situation to work on something in a really balanced and grounded way, like set the example here. It's interesting because we have the Nine of Swords on the bottom. There's definitely something that you're feeling anxiety over, right? Because we have the Worn Out, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords. Like, there's these little hints here to take time to breathe out. It's like you're obviously feeling anxious or worried or just not sure in regards to something, right? Spirit's saying that you don't have to do things super fast and furious, right? Like with the Eight of Pentacles, you can be very slow and steady and take your time and be patient and take tangible actions to make whatever this is a reality, or to, make whatever this is work. Some of you guys might be feeling like it's time to take action in regards to some kind of work project that you've been wanting to work on, or that's what Spirit is suggesting. Like, focus on your goals, focus on your creative aspects. If there's something you're trying to build or there's something you're trying to create, now is a great time to do that, Especially if you have a lot of emotional drama or high emotions that are going on right now around you or within certain situations. The Spirit is saying, the best thing you can do sometimes is to focus on something else. Not to be like avoidant, right? Not to avoid the problem, but maybe just if it gets too intense where I just can't right now, let's focus on something else until I'm feeling a little bit more calm, a little bit more grounded and stable, and then I will reapproach this subject. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting. Like, if something is seriously stressing you out, there might be a need to look at something else, right? And for those of you that have already done that, like something was stressing you out and you did take your time to breathe out, right? Now might be the perfect time to go ahead and revisit this and take some kind of grounded, tangible action and approach. What else do we have here? It's time to take action with the new moon in Aries, for the blood moon, for Gemini. We have justice. Yeah, I feel like for somebody wants to make something right. Or it's time to make something right, or it's time to balance out a situation, right? Libra energy coming through with the Justice card. But that's just what I'm getting, For those of you that have, maybe there's a contract that's going to be offered, or there's going to be a new business deal or something like this with the Justice and the Eight of Pentacles. But it's really giving the energy of just working on things in a really balanced and fair way, right? Because the Justice talks about what's fair. So there could be something like that. For those of you who have some kind of legal situation, a court situation, anything like that, you might be feeling around this full moon energy, or because of this full moon energy, that it's time to really take something seriously and work on something. But that's what I'm getting. And Justice is Libra energy. Libra can talk about relationships. We already have the Two of Cups out here. So again, if some of you guys want to find a resolution with somebody, or you want to get to common ground, or you just want to be able to see each other's perspective, I could see that happening during this full moon. For sure. It's like taking some kind of fair and just action to make something work, or to get something back to a grounded state. What does this take time to breathe out for Gemini during this blood moon? Sorry, my throat is all messed up today. Take time to breathe out. Look, you cannot make it up, guys. We have the Four of Swords. That's literally my rest card. You know, like rest, reflect, meditate. We don't have to solve everything in one day. We don't have to do everything in one day. You know, we don't have to figure everything out right now. So if you need to rest, if you're tired, right, with that worn out card, if you're tired, take some time to rest during this full moon. You know, you wake up a brand new Gemini. It's giving that energy of like recharging during this full moon. So there could be something that's going on. Maybe you're getting a lot of spiritual downloads right now with the Hierophant. Maybe Spirit's trying to give you messages, give you downloads, give you spiritual upgrades, and you need to rest during this time. It's interesting because it's like we have jumping off the cliff of change, right? Which is kind of intense when you think about it. Making something fair, making something right, you know? And then we have rest. So it's interesting. It's almost like taking the first step and not feeling like we have to finish the whole race in a day. It truly is a marathon, not a race. That's the kind of energy I'm getting. Like we're going to take the first step and then we're just going to just chill and continue forward. We're not going to take the first step and then we have to have a resolution right now. Like we have to figure out right now. It's not giving that kind of energy. It's like, let's take a step and then let's just chill. Okay. For some of you, I'm getting like huge like making up vibes. I'm just saying. And again, this does not have to be with a romantic partner. This can be like with a sibling, a family member, a coworker, a friend, whatever. But it's giving like the energy of kind of taking the first step to kind of make things right. And then now we're going to just rest and recharge and kind of heal because it's been very intense. That's not for everybody though, okay? This is a very specific message for this full moon. I'm not going to lie. What else do we have here for Gemini gang? Four of Cups. Interesting. Four of Swords, Four of Cups, you know, Seven of Cups. There could be a lot of frustration. Like the Four of Cups can obviously be a rejection card. It can be an avoidant card. It can be a card of apathy and dissatisfaction. But for me, when I look at this card, he just looks stressed, you know? He looks like he's trying his best, you know? He's doing his best to make these cups look amazing, and maybe they're not selling, or maybe he's getting a lot of complaints or bad reviews, or maybe he's just not sure if he's in the right business anymore. It's like, whatever you're feeling frustrated in regards to, Spirit is saying take time to just breathe and just relax and think, because you know, trying to rush forward and fix everything in one day is not going to be the solution. And the solution actually might be being brought to you, right? There could be some clarity in this situation that's going to be brought to you, because I'm seeing confusion here with the Seven of Cups. And then when we look at this card, it's so like just murky, and it does look like it's a little confusing. Like we don't have all the clarity, or we don't have all the answers when it comes to something. So we can't really make a clear choice here. We kind of just need to let the dust settle, is almost what I'm getting. Very interesting reading, y'all. Y'all have to let me know if it resonates. Let the dust settle, okay? That's the kind of energy I'm getting. We got the King of Cups watching from a distance, okay? Ooh, my voice, y'all. Excuse me. We haven't seen the King of Cups in a while, so maybe this is somebody who's been absent from your life. Maybe there's been some kind of drama or something that's been going on. Somebody could definitely be in their feels over some kind of conflict. Again, this doesn't have to be romantic, but you take it as it resonates. Something was definitely boiling over here. This could just be maybe everybody needing to go to their own corners and chill, or this could definitely be somebody that wants to kind of heal a situation where there was a lot of frustration, you know? Dang. Okay, Gemini. Let's get some advice and additional messages and call this a day, because my throat is horrible right now and I'm just wanting to go drink some hot tea and, you know, get my night clothes on and just go to bed, honestly. Okay? Let's see what's going on for Gemini gang. Advice and additional messages. We're going to use the birds. We have the bluebird. You are being gifted with blessings of peace and happiness. And I love that, you know, because it's like you might be worried right now. You might be like, am I on the wrong path, or is everything going wrong? Is this going to be okay? And I feel like that's a big confirmation from Spirit that yes, everything is going to be okay, Gemini. I feel like you're stressing about something. We have the robin. New growth and potential is on the horizon, so reach out and embrace it. Yeah, Spirit's saying there's new beginnings that are coming for you. You know, there's new things that you can achieve here moving forward. Okay, that's going to be way too many. Anything else for Gemini gang? Advice and additional messages for this full moon reading. Advice and additional messages. Whoa. We have the woodpecker. It says, use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. So we are going to have to work with other people, right? We are going to have to create a new rhythm. We are going to have to do things a different way, think a different way, speak a different way, act a different way. But we can, right? It's like we can reach a resolution, we can reach a conclusion, right? There's something here where it's like we can get to where we want to get in this situation, but we might have to find a new way of doing things, okay? But new growth and potential is possible. What do we have here for Gemini? Advice and additional messages, please. We have the Loon. Pay attention to your dream time. Messages of guidance are drifting in. That's so interesting with that coming on top of that rest card with the take time to breathe out, because I do feel like Spirit is trying to give you some kind of message. I feel like you are getting some kind of spiritual downloads during this full moon, Gemini, and it's important that you pay attention to those messages. Interesting. One more, please. One more for Gemini gang. And then we have the hummingbird. So you could have some passed on loved ones that are going to be reaching out to you, or you're just going to feel like, you know, they're around you during this time. It says, release what you've been carrying and lighten up because new joy is on the way. And I do feel like that's the point of this, right? It's like it's time to lighten up because something new is coming. And though this has been a battle or a big stressor in your life, whatever this is, it's like we can reach a positive conclusion or resolution or get to a new beginning, right? There's hope on the other side, basically. All right, Gemini, I don't know. Let me know, okay? Let me know if it resonates, does something, and I'll see you on the next one.